And so, this is what it would look like as a big 4x4. Ignore the ramps and jack stands. But after pressure washing and getting this compartment squeaky clean, I'm going to run it repeatedly up here, on and off, rev it up, shut it off, and do everything possible to ensure no other oil leaks. Let's start it up. Allow my pressure washing to burn off a little bit. Lovely day out here, but we'll add some engine heat. I've started it once already. A little bit of fuel. Smooth it out. It's just coming up off the pin there. Just started to warm up. I'm making absolutely certain we have cured the oil leaks. So I've been starting it and stopping it and looking for the usual. I found a couple of things. The cork gaskets that are used for these oil pans. Whenever all my engines, when I run them on the test stand, when I lift them up again, I retighten the oil pan bolts. The cork tends to settle and lose its springiness when it's installed. So these bolts were barely hand tight. And so I've gone around, made sure everything's nice and tight. And while I was down here, I noticed the clutch return spring was at an unfavorable angle. So I made a bracket that lines it up perfectly to the direction of travel. That helps keep your car arm from dragging on one side of the input shaft. They've got a beautiful clutch. And built it. Look at all the hind joint ends here. Some final adjustments here to get the operating range absolutely perfect. Let's do something unheard of. Let's shut it off. Raised up in front. And see if even by design we can coax a few drops of oil out. You see, the little Morris Minor is even better than we thought. And what are we doing today, actually? Look at this. This Morris Minor comes with 2 full sets of wheels with what look to be nearly new tires. These are 13s, and I think this was the 4-lug pattern on the Vega Monza of the 70s. Very unusual set. There's also RX-7 Gen 1 wheels that will fit these cars. But here's 14-inch rims. These are the highway rims, and they are considerably taller than the 13s over there. And so take this 455 ratio. If you know you're going to go to Montana, you throw these wheels on, and you really make a difference. Probably a whole step in the final drive ratio running the 455. And that thing still has plenty of power to make it over Donner Summit in 4th gear with the big wheels. But I haven't actually driven it with these. And they are wider and lower and should tighten up the gear ratios and enhance the acceleration. And let's face it, this is not a slot car as far as handling goes. I don't throw it around the way I'm used to a few of my other things. So while we have a break in the storm, let me get some equipment out and let's throw these on, and then we'll take it for a drive and see how it works. You know, as you can see, it's quite a difference in circumference. And you can see how much shorter the 13-inch is. It's a 175/70, I think, than the 14-inch, which I called the highway tires. So whatever the difference in circumference here, think of the revolutions per mile difference. So this will increase engine speed for the speed we're going, which is effectively a lower gear ratio, which is what you do if you want performance. So this already has fabulous performance, but I wanted to try it and show how it works and looks. I think these wheels will stick out a little, giving it a bit more of a planted look than the kind of the tall, skinny look that the 14s had. Ah yes, you can tell this old Morris Minor has good karma. I took the parking brake off. That is the length of my hose. It'll reach it if I turn the wheel. That's it. Wouldn't reach the other side. Ah, the good karma this van has. All right, test drive with the new short wheels, and I couldn't resist because we're coming up to our test on-ramp. We've done, what have we done here? We've done the R1, the Mini Cooper, the Midget, Porsche, almost everything that goes fast or goes at all. We've tried to go up this ramp. But now I'm going to use my hands. There's two of us here. There's me and there's Leafy Cooper. Here you go. Hold the phone.
No.
You just hold that phone and aim it out the window while I drive.
Okay.
Here we go. Up the big on-ramp. With our small wheels. It's not a great cornering machine. We don't want to pitch it sideways. But it goes up the big hill. Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That's third gear. Up, 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 up.
Oh, we go up, 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 and we go up, and we go up.
Up here, but we're still climbing. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. It's amazing for this little thing to pull up that hill like that. Okay, we're past this as well. Woo-hoo. Well, we got to an indicated. Show the phone here for a second over here on the speedometer. Down here, the speedo. We got to an indicated 65 miles an hour, which is pretty good for pulling up that big steep hill like that. Fourth gear. Here we are again, 65, 70. Our revs about 4,000